doing good? You okay? Toonie the Tiger, episode 95. See, I remembered this time, guys. I remembered just for you. I remembered just for you guys because of the fact that I keep forgetting the number every single time. So I figured this time I would finally go and check what... Can you just stop? I would finally go back and see what the number of the last episode was. And then from there, I would be able to tell you what the number of this episode was. And if I'm wrong, then I'm stupid. And that's okay. A lot of lovey-dovey gross stuff. I mean, look at that. Well, Yui ran away, so it's just you and me, guys. I gotta do some fishing, and I just gotta go do a VP. Well, that's easy, isn't it? I'm gonna start with the fishing so I can talk to you guys for a moment before the episode gets really exciting, right? First thing I want to shout out is the fact I haven't had caffeine yet all day. So I've got a nice little G Fuel here, code Mega Snoop. But the problem with this G Fuel, right, the Knuckles Power Sour Shower Hour, is that I can't find it online or anywhere else. The only place I can find it is at GNC, and do you know how many GNCs there are? There's like 2. They're also selling G Fuel at the vitamin shop. So what I did yesterday is I went on an entire journey between like 4 different stores to try to find as many G Fuels as I could. And I came out with like 5 new flavors I hadn't had before. And one of them that I have had before, but it's such a delicious flavor that I just had to get it again, of course. But they're all like exclusive to specific stores, including Walmart. Like, why is anything exclusive to Walmart? That place is literally like a giant dumpster. But this is one of the ones you get from GNC, and I think that one actually has like the most flavors right now. I have never had this before. This is my live reaction. Here goes nothing. It's pretty good. That's it. Ooh, it's got a little bit of an aftertaste. But Toonie the Tiger, episode 95. It's been a long time. And I've had people ask me, when do you think that this is gonna end? And part of me is like, maybe I'll round it out at episode 100. Maybe I'll continue on and get to the point where Toonie does the 4-star field office, which would actually take so long because the amount of time it takes to do those tasks is like equal to the amount of time it takes to do the mainline tasks. It's kind of nuts. So you're in for like another 100 episodes if that's the case. And then I had another third idea that I'm sure you guys probably wouldn't mind. I was gonna do a VP, and then I realized I wasn't ready for promotion, and I think I'm just lying to everybody at that point. All right, I'll just go fight some Two-Faces or something. So the only reason I'm even bringing up the whole idea of ending this series is because of the fact that people wanted to see me do a Let's Play on Corporate Clash as well. And I really only found it appropriate to start a new Let's Play once I was finished with an old Let's Play. But if we're gonna keep this one going until I get to the 4-star field office, or until I die, which is probably more likely, then I would be doing this for a long time. Then you would probably never get to see a Corporate Clash Let's Play, and I don't think I want to do that either. So my thought process now is, what if I just have 2 ongoing Let's Plays at the same time? Now, nothing is set in stone. However, I don't think you guys would mind, but I'm going to ask anyway, what would you think of me doing 2 simultaneous Let's Plays where I just kind of trade off, right? Like after this one, I would start Corporate Clash number 1, and then I'd go back and do Toonie on TTR for number 96, and then I would go to Clash and do number 2. It means you would see like less of this specific one, because anytime I do have time to do Let's Plays, it's like once a month-ish, and so now you're only getting a TTR Let's Play once every 2 months, but then you're also getting a Corporate Clash Let's Play once every 2 months. So I don't know, it's an idea I had, and the other idea is just continue doing this one until it was done, and I can either wrap it up at episode 100, or I can keep going until to infinity and beyond. Maybe you'll just never get a Let's Play from Corporate Clash. I don't know. Dude, there are like no Two-Faces. They just don't exist. My stomach is screaming at me because it thinks I'm hungry. There's one Two-Face somewhere. I'm scanning. I'm looking around the area. I'm not seeing it. Where is it? There it is. Oh, he was right there. But let me get into the stories because I have like so many stories and I need to start now because if I don't, I'm actually just going to run out of time. I'm going to start at the beginning of the list and work my way down. The last thing that happened like right after the Toonie the Tiger episode aired last time, I was telling you guys about how my parents were going to come visit, how Tucker was going to come visit, and both of those things did happen, and they were here at the same time, and it was only a little awkward. My parents were like, who's the tall, handsome boy? And I was like, that's me, Dad, thank you. The other tall, handsome boy was Tucker, though. And I love my parents, but as long as I stick them in front of my TV with my like 8 streaming services and unlimited things to watch, they do just fine. I didn't realize after 95 episodes, Toonie's almost filled up his cog gallery, except for missing one big wig. That is embarrassing. And with Tucker being here, you know, we got into all sorts of shenanigans, so we got some really nice milkshakes and burgers, and we went down to the strip. And there was one day specifically, and I'm trying to remember this because it was like a month ago, and I'm trying to like remember the events that happened in my past. Most of the time I repress all my memories, so this is tough for me. But we go down to the strip and we're taking Noah's girlfriend to work. And we're looking like through this candy shop because they got all of this different delicious and odd looking candy. So they had like this bacon soda and like vomit flavored candy for some reason. But then they also had like some of this fudge, and this fudge looked like some of the most delicious fudge I've ever seen in my life. It was like blueberry and strawberry cheesecake fudge. And I was like, oh, I know what I'm asking for my next birthday. Because cheesecake is one of my absolute favorites. If there's anything you need to know about me, all you need to know is that I like video games, Taco Bell, and cheesecake. Oh, I can turn in this one. It's all done. Let's go. But cheesecake's my absolute favorite, so if anything is cheesecake flavored, I'm all over it. We get sent cookies every once in a while from one of Smirky's moderators, and every single time I ruffle through and I'm like, is there a cheesecake flavored one? I need it. But like even upstairs, because it's Las Vegas, they had like alcoholic candy, which I have no idea how that works, but apparently it works. We didn't get any of that, but then I watched Tucker get like 2 pounds of candy. Like my man straight up was like buying it by the pound, assorted, mixed and matched, like anything he could get his hands on, and it all looks so delicious. But then here's where the story gets really interesting, right? So we take Noah's girlfriend to work, and we leave her work, and we're like, well, we're not ready to go back and pick up the rest of the dudes and head out for the evening yet, because at the time it was just me and Tucker. So we go, hey, let's look around, let's see what's around. And across the street from her work, there's this store that like specifically sells Razer products. And if you don't know what a Razer product is, thinking mouse, keyboards, headsets, microphones, PC gaming for the most part. Like there were full PCs in there, $2,000 computers I was just drooling over. So Tucker, aka Stuck the Duck, and I head into this Razer store, and we're basically goofing off because that's what we do. And we go in and we're like, ooh, this headset's kind of cool. Ooh, this one has kitty ears on it. Ooh, this computer costs more than I make in a year. And at the very end, we kind of cycle back to the front, and I look up on one of the screens that they have, and they've got a Call of Duty streamer, and I think he's playing like Halo or something. And I'm like, oh, that's the guy. He's the Halo pro that used to play Call of Duty. I know him. And I'm just making conversation with one of the people who work there. And we were kind of thinking out loud. We are like, it'd be really funny if we put somebody we know up on the screen, because it's technically a Twitch stream and there's nobody else in the store, so who cares? It'd be really funny to put one of our friends up on the screen and like take a picture of it and be like, look, you're in the Razer store, haha. So Tucker and I go to our phones and we start searching through Twitch to see who's live. And Tucker goes, hey, yo, check out the Toontown section though. And he clicks Toontown and he says that out loud. And then the guy who's working at the store goes, Toontown, yeah. Have you guys seen the new 1.3 update? And we went, huh? And he goes, I love all the new managers. Do you guys have a favorite manager? And we go, huh? Dude out of the blue, guy working at the Razer store straight up was all like, yeah, I play Toontown Corporate Clash. And he brings up his phone and he starts showing us like his Discord and like how he's got all of this fan art that looked really good, by the way, of all the new managers and stuff. And we were just like taken back. We were like, wait, another Toontown player in the wild? And then even crazier, Tucker stops and he goes, wait, so you play Toontown, so you know who this guy is? And he points at me and I'm sitting there like, me? What did I do? And the guy at the Razer store goes, yeah, that's Mega Snoop. And I go, I can't be here. But the dude was really cool and really nice about it. And it's just anytime you see another Toontown player in the wild, as they say, let alone one that might even know who you are, it's a crazy experience. And this happened like a month ago, yeah, but I know who this guy is. I've seen him around. Even before seeing him in the Razer store, I looked it up. He's been following me on Twitch for like the past year and a half. And he's had a few dozen messages in my stream. And since then, I've seen a good amount more of him. He's a nice guy. I don't know, man. I never thought myself cool enough or popular enough to have a moment like that, but I've had a couple moments like that now. I think the last one was in like 2018 or something like that. It was years ago, but it's always crazy whenever something like that happens. I'm just blessed to be able to still do what I do. You know what I mean? I love doing what I do. What did I get done? Nothing. Okay, we're still going. But it was a good time having Tucker here. It's always a pleasure to have him around, and I told him he's always welcome back. I think he wants to come back and visit while we all go see the Mario movie together. I think we're gonna try to plan something like that for April. But while he was here, we went to Texas Roadhouse, which was really funny because he looked on the menu and saw that they had like mac and cheese as a side, and he's all like, so what kind of mac and cheese is this? The lady who worked at the restaurant straight up went, it's Kraft. And he went, ah, I'll take it. My man knows some good mac and cheese, I'll say that. And I think after that, we went to go see the new Puss in Boots, which I'm not sure is still in theaters or not, but if you haven't seen it, you should see it, because that movie is probably the best DreamWorks movie since like Shrek 2. And this is coming from somebody who loves and adores every single How to Train Your Dragon movie from the beginning to the end of the century. But Puss in Boots was genuinely that good. Yeah, go see it. But also had way too many parallels to Dora the Explorer. So if you haven't seen it, or you have and you want to go back and see it again, keep an open mind. Think of Dora the Explorer with like the map and like the fox thing that's trying to steal. It's Dora the Explorer. Oh, that one's done. We are pogging right now, actually. So other things that are coming up, you know me, I am a Taco Bell connoisseur. If Taco Bell wants to sponsor me, they totally should. However, I totally understand why they wouldn't until I get maybe another comma in my view amounts at some point. That would probably be the time when Taco Bell might take notice. So you hear that, guys? Go tell 1,000 of your friends each to come watch my video, and then we will amplify the amount of views that these videos get by 1,000, and then we can get Taco Bell to sponsor us, and then I can get free Taco Bell. Oh, you know what I want to do real quick? Actually, I'm going to take a pit stop in this episode, and I'm going to go get this last bigwig that Toonie the Tiger is missing. Toonie the Tiger is going to fill his stupid thing. Let's go, Toonie. He almost has a full cog gallery, and he just has never fought in a 10th bigwig. Look at that. Full all the way through, but 9 out of 10 bigwigs. He's gonna be number 10 right here. He's ready. Look at him. His name is Paul, and I'm gonna use him for this. Here we go. I can't even see him. There's too much fog. I feel like I'm back in San Francisco. We've done it. Toonie has a full list of cog gallery things. I don't know. It felt cooler in my head. Good job, Toonie. 95 episodes. Anyway, Taco Bell connoisseur, me, Mr. Mega Snoop. I try almost every single new item at Taco Bell, and there is finally one item that I look at and I don't want it. I just don't. I'll try all the others, but this one I won't. So there's actually, the most recent item that came out was like the crispy taco melt, and that one was okay. I tried that one. It was decent. I'm not gonna order it again because they're charging like $3 for it. They're like robbing you blind for like a extra crispy taco, which tacos are like $1.50, so like why would you pay double for the taco? But of all things for Taco Bell to come out with, they came out with chicken wings, and I don't mean like boneless wings, I mean like actual chicken wings. And I'm looking at these things and I've seen some pictures and I'm just not impressed. Like, the picture that they use to showcase the actual food is supposed to make it look desirable, so that when you go and order it and they put a pile of garbage and vomit onto your lap, you then go, oh man, maybe I shouldn't have ordered this, but it's too late because you gave them your money. But at this point, it just doesn't look good. And then on top of it, there's been people who take pictures of their chicken wings from Taco Bell and they post them, and you look at it and you go, okay, wow, now this really doesn't look good. Crispy Melt Taco is fine. I forgot I'm still in Bigwig Invasion. This will not do.
You're still wearing your Christmas outfit.
And?
It's Valentine's Day.
All right, you know what? I'll go change. So the thing that we've learned today, guys, is don't get the Taco Bell. Just don't. Like, if it was maybe like boneless. All right, I'm gonna go change my outfit, I guess. I got called out on twitter.com. All right, this is called Extreme Makeover Toonie the Tiger Edition. Toonie's looking for love. We got any single kitties in the Toonie's asexual. All right, more Two Faces, back to it. I'm done talking about the Taco Bell chicken wings. I'm having like Vietnam flashbacks. There is one thing that I keep meaning to mention in the Toonie the Tiger episodes, and I keep not mentioning it, but I figured I might as well because like, where else am I gonna advertise it, right? If I'm gonna advertise anything for myself, it's gonna be on my own platforms because that just makes sense to me. But if you don't know what Throne is a place where content creators and personalities and poor people go on the internet and ask people to buy stuff for them. So you can buy something funny or silly. It's actually the main theme from my old video about getting mystery gifts from my viewers. That was pretty cool. You should check that out. I think that video was funny. But what I have on there currently is actually a bunch of computer parts and Taco Bell gift cards because, like I said, I need Taco Bell money so that I can not buy the chicken wings. So if you're so inclined, you could go out of the way to help me build a new PC because right now this one is a big hunk of junk and I've had it for like 7 years and it's getting slower and breaking down on me. And my friend Noah said that if I get all the pieces together, he'd be willing to fly out and build it for me and then hang out for a couple days because it gives us a reason to hang out. Also, he's like single-handedly buying every single piece himself because God bless his soul. So it is crowdfunded, so if you wanted to go in and throw $5 towards this or $10 towards that or whatever it is, this is the only thing that's going to be on my Throne wish list until it's all bought up. Also, PlayStation gift cards because I'm playing new video games, and I'm trying to make new videos on new video games. You know what I'm saying? So I'll leave a link to that in the description. Otherwise, you can always come by my Twitch stream and find the link there too. Cool. Shout out my friend Noah for literally buying 2 of the pieces himself already. Since we're talking about sponsors, today's video is also being sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. But man, I've had this computer for a while. I remember buying it originally in 2015, and then by the end of 2016, I had single-handedly replaced every single part in it. And at the time, they were pretty good parts. I was rocking a GTX 1080. Back in 2016, you'd be going, wow. So I spent like $800 on it. And now you can actually get a much better graphics card for like maybe half the price. Because of the fact that this one's kind of old and outdated and freezes every single time I bring up Sony Vegas. Although that could also just be Sony Vegas's fault. I do need a new one, so that's what I'm working towards, and hopefully the idea is that I'll even put some of my own money towards it if I start getting close to finishing some of the pieces or parts, and then I can have a new computer by my birthday. So that's the plan, at least. But when do things ever go according to plan? You know what I'm saying? Plans are for schmucks. Actually, guys, as a disclaimer, it's really good to have a plan, especially right out of high school. Being an adult and going to college is a very scary thing, so if you know what you want to do ahead of time, it is really good to have a plan and not waste money or your mental health. I've been recording for a while, and I only want to record for like 10 more minutes tops because it's going to be a really long video otherwise. And I keep saying that about every single video, but every single video ends up being a really long video because I just sit here and I talk forever. I am like the Dory of talking. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep. But let me follow up with something that I mentioned in the last episode that I wanted to give you an update on this episode, where I was talking about potentially being a chess partner. That did finally go through. I got a hold of the guy, and he's all like, yeah, let's get your affiliation chess community partner thing going. I'm about to have a million links in the description, but if you're interested in getting like a chess subscription, you can click my link and then I get like money for it or something. But also, whenever I stream chess on Twitch, they have like a link to it on my profile, and it shows up on chess.com sometimes. And I think that's really kind of funny because almost everybody else who streams chess, if you go through the list of live streamers on their website, you've got like all these 2200 rated players, and at the very bottom of the list, there's like me at like 1000. And I'm trying to get better, guys, right? I'm trying. I got my daily rating back up to 1200. It was once almost 1500, but I am trying so hard. And I'm really bad at chess right now because I keep giving away moves and blundering and being bad. But hey, they still partnered me, so I'll take it. This is the game I need. I need full concentration. Nobody bother me. I see you looking at the screen funny. Stop that. Stop! So anyway, that means I'm kind of more inclined to do more chess streams, because part of it is like, hey, I want to like shout out the fact that, yeah, I'm a chess affiliate partner thing, whatever they call it, community streamer. But also because I like chess, and I think this is true for everybody. I think it's very important to have 2 hobbies. One that helps exercise your creativeness, which is why I do video editing and content creation, and then one that helps exercise your more logical side of your mind. So that's why people, I feel, do Sudoku and crosswords and, well, chess. Helps for a good, healthy balance of your mental. And I got 3 chests and treasure dive. We are thriving. So chess.com, be there. You don't have to be there. You just have to come watch me play chess sometime. Talk to me. I get lonely. Hold, I'm a nerd. Bro, you're never coming back from that. You smell? Holy, there's a fight breaking out in TTC right now. Okay, I gotta blow through these next topics because I have so much to talk about, and I'm so sorry, and I'm gonna like kind of spark note them for you. So I mentioned earlier how I don't know where Toonie the Tiger is gonna end, right? But like when it comes to my main gameplay of playing through the video game, that usually ends once I max everything and I, well, beat the game. Goes to show with just about any video game, right? Hey, you get all the apples from Crash Bandicoot and you beat the game. I don't actually think that's how that video game works. For most of my single player games, whenever you get the mainline stuff done, you get the platinum trophy, I'm done with that game, I deleted it off my PlayStation. I still think it's a wonderful game and I love it, but that's just how it goes. Well, just recently, I have finished Toontown Corporate Clash again. I did finally finish the last manager. I did the chainsaw consultant, and I got the special hat drop on the first try. Hey, that's pretty cool. If you'd like to see more, I did make a video about it. It's over on my YouTube, and it got copyrighted. I used a Mortal Kombat song for the intro, but even though the fact it was marked as copyright, even though it's only like 20 seconds long and copyright laws are dumb and it really shouldn't have been marked for copyright, but whatever, I still wanted to upload it as it was because that's the way I envisioned it, and that's the way that I really loved it. So far far, if you see that video, I'm not making any money on it, but I still think you should go watch the video because I think it's a good video and I put my time, heart, and effort into it. But now being done with like TTCC, I don't really know what to do, guys. I'm like doing just chatting and chess and waiting for the next video games to come out, and when there isn't a video game to play, I'm just kind of sitting here like pretending to juggle, I think. What am I doing right now? So hopefully maybe there's a new incentive for me to play Toontown again soon. We'll see, but until then, I'm just gonna kind of wing it and figure out what my streams are gonna be. Doesn't stop me from having an interesting conversation topic every single day. So again, if you want to come by the streams, I'm probably talking about everything I've already talked about on this video, but on stream every single day. New stories, new funny little articles I find, new reasons to bash Taco Bell even though I love them with my heart and soul. But I'm always waiting on what the next game is, and it looks like so far the next game is Hogwarts Legacy, whereas the time of recording this video, it comes out tomorrow. But not actually tomorrow, it comes out on the 10th, but I can play it tomorrow because I spent an extra $10 to feed capitalism. So I'll get to play it starting tomorrow, which is 3 days early, and I'm gonna literally probably play it like 10 hours a day for 3 days straight, and I feel kind of bad about that because I do have company over. And I will have even more company over in just a couple days for the Super Bowl, so I'm gonna try to finish the game by then, but we'll see. Have you ever taken the actual like sorting on the website? What did you do? What did you get?
Ravenclaw.
You got Ravenclaw?
I did.
Can you take a guess as to what I got?
Hufflepuff.
No, I am a Gryffindor.
Gryffindor?
I'm a Gryffindor. We'll see if the game
Okay.
thinks the same thing or not. But I've actually taken it on stream twice in front of a live audience.
Okay.
Got Gryffindor both times. This is me, Aaron Mega Snoop, House Gryffindor, Patronus Sparrowhawk, and my wand is a maple. I don't know what any of that means. I just know I'm Gryffindor, baby. Let's go, Harry Potter. Then after that, I think there's actually like a lull in games for a while. So the follow-up to Star Wars was supposed to come out in March, and they pushed it to April. So I don't even get to play that yet. So we've got Hogwarts in February, and then nothing in March, and then I'll be playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and then Star Wars Jedi Survivor in April. And then May is the new Legend of Zelda game, and I think that's kind of everything at the beginning of the year here. So in between, I'll be doing some other games. Like I'd love to play The Last of Us to kind of coincide with the fact that the TV show is out, and we can kind of compare the differences, and also, you know, just have fun because it's The Last of Us, one of the best games ever made of all time. It's not me talking, that's the internet. And then there's supposed to be like so many other good games coming out at the end of the year, like Spider-Man 2 and the new Assassin's Creeds, and there's just so many good games coming out this year. I can't wait. I've already gone through Dead Space and SpongeBob, and if you haven't seen those videos either, I'm gonna shout out those videos because I think they were really well done, and I think I'm getting better at these review videos, even though they're for some reason getting less views. But I'm not going to focus on that because I'm proud of my videos, because I know I made a good video. You should watch it if you want. And the last thing I have to talk about, even though I'm over time, is that I just did come back from San Francisco a couple days ago. I went there for a friend's wedding, and I'm gonna try to speed run this story the best I can. So we get there, and we get there really early, because if we get there any later, we're gonna miss the wedding. So we have to get there at like 6 a.m. as opposed to 4 p.m. And we go to Pier 39 to hang out to try to kill some time. Our friends Luis and Rena were gonna meet up with us, but because they were running a little bit behind and we got there early, we decided to stop off at a arcade. And at this arcade, wouldn't you know it, they have a toothless plushie. And not just any toothless plushie, I mean a huge toothless plushie. And Alex goes, "We need to win that." So he goes on and proceeds to win that. Here I am lugging around a giant toothless plushie all day. It was a light fury, don't get caught up in the technicals. So we lug it around the pier, we lug it around the wedding. Trying to get it through security was a pain, but we will get to that. So we're at the wedding, and we decide to keep everything locked in the church office because that's where it's safe. And the wedding's short and sweet, and after the wedding they have the reception, which is the fun part where everybody celebrates instead of just going, "Yay, they kiss." And they had a lot of free food, and they had a lot of free alcohol. And trust me, there was a lot of free alcohol because I drank a lot. So did everyone at the table, except for Alex, but especially Michael. But we're not going to talk about that. We got a flight in there at 6 a.m., but then our flight out was at like 10 p.m. So we actually had to leave the reception early to be able to get back to get our flight on time. And so drunkenly we were like, "Hey Shannon, it's been great, but we gotta go. But first, can we take a look at the wedding cake? Because we're really curious as to what your level 8 gag looks like." Why am I talking like a smoker? I don't know. This is my drunk voice, I guess. And they were really kind about it, and they let us see the cake, so we left. And we're walking back drunk in the dark to go get our stuff from the office, which was like a couple blocks away from the reception. And we get back and we're trying to open the office door and it's locked, which we really should have seen coming, honestly. But it has a little key number thing on it, so we didn't even need a key. We just needed to type in the numbers. And I was like, who would know the numbers? Shannon might, but it's her wedding. But I tried to call her anyway. And you know, guys, if you're trying to call a bride on her wedding and she doesn't answer, you can't be surprised. So looking around, I figured, you know, no one else is gonna do something about this, and I don't want to leave and go home without my giant stuffed plushie Among Us Light Fury. So I'm like, don't worry guys, I got this. Still in my smoker voice for some reason. And I take off my tie and I take off my vest and I drunkenly run like a mile back to the reception hall, and I sneak in as it's quiet. For some reason, all of the commotion of everybody talking and laughing, it's quiet because somebody's up at the front making a toast to the bride and groom. And I'm like trying to walk in and I'm like, I gotta find Shannon's mom because she's the one that knows the number. And where's Shannon's mom sitting? That's right, on the bride's table right next to the bride, because of course she is, it's her mother. And I start like sneaking in behind everybody. Everybody's sitting down at this point except for me, who's awkwardly like shimmying behind the table. And they say, for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Shannon, for some reason, with their first dance as a married couple. And I'm awkwardly standing behind the table as they both stand up and turn around to get ready to go to the dance floor. And of course they see me standing there drunk going, hi guys, I know I just told you we were leaving, but hi. And they were like, hi Aaron, is everything okay? And I was like, everything's great, go enjoy your dance, this'll only be a moment. And they're like, okay. And then I almost ruined their dance. It was awesome. But then I was all like, hey, Shannon's mom, I need the code for the office. And she's like, oh yeah, here's the code. And then so I called Alex and I was like, here's the code. And he's like, all right. And he was able to get into the office. And then I drunkenly ran another mile back to the church to get my stuff. And then we get to the airport and then TSA doesn't let us through, not because of the giant plushie, because that would be ridiculous, right? But because of the fact that apparently I said Carly was a dude. It's a long story. Just know that we had to go get our ticket changed and something about the law of misgendering people. I don't know how it works. I was drunk, guys. I didn't want to deal with it. Our flight took off in like 10 minutes. We were running everywhere. So we got that changed. We cut through the TSA line, got some dirty looks from the people we caught in front of. And as we're walking through, we see them try to take the toothless plushie through the machine, and it was too big to fit. So they took it out and they put a wand on it to make sure there was no explosive devices in it, because that's what they do at the airport. And so everything seemed fine. We finally get to the gate. Our flight is about to board in like 5 minutes. We all get in line. Boarding starts. Alex is behind me holding the giant Light Fury. I'm still kind of dizzy. I don't know what's going on. And I get on board and then I hear them stop Alex. They go, sir, we're gonna have to talk about that. And I go, oop. Good luck. And I just kept walking onto the plane, and I take my seat on the plane and I'm all like, he'll be on in a couple minutes. This won't take long. And then 15 minutes goes by and he's still not on the plane. I give him a call. I'm like, hey, is everything fine? And in like the most calm voice, he's like, yeah, everything's great. And I'm like, okay, he seems fine. Or maybe I was drunk and I'm just misremembering. But given another 5 or so minutes, I finally see him walk onto the plane and Squirt just missed twice. I feel like I'm drunk now. Bro, huh? And I'm all like, he's not holding the, he doesn't have the, where's the Light Fury? And apparently it was so big, they wouldn't let him take it onto the plane on its own because there was no way it was gonna fit in the overhead, and it was too big to go under the seat, and they didn't want it like sitting on his lap. So they made him pay $80 to put it in a plastic bag, put a piece of tape with his name on it, and throw it under the plane. $80, which I compensated him for, of course, because he's such a nice guy. And apparently the reason why it took so long and it was out there for another like 15-20 minutes was because of the fact that it was going to be like $120, and he talked him down to 80. But we have a nice hour-and-a-half plane ride. We get back to Las Vegas. I'm finally sobering up. I grab my plastic bag from the carousel, and we get home right before midnight, and I pass out. It was awesome. And that is the story about how I ran a drunk mile and snuck a Light Fury through TSA, even though it was like, we ended up paying like $110 to get that thing from point A to point B, and you could probably just buy it online for like 50. And now I've been recording 10 minutes longer than I probably wanted to, but that's okay. You guys got an extra long episode to kind of make up for the fact that I've not been providing you guys good episodes. Maybe they have been good episodes. Maybe you've liked them. If you made it this far into the video, put the word cheese biscuit in the comments section. You don't have to know why. You know why.
I do.
Toonie, let's get you gagged so I don't have to do it next time, and then I'll call it there. Toonie got his gags. He's a little hurt. I don't care enough to get him laugh. Thank you guys for watching the video. Leave a like if you're so inclined. Something something chess, something something G Fuel energy, something something buy me a computer on Throne. Princess Sunshine, you're ruining the shot! Have a good day, everybody. Stay awesome. God bless and peace.